Hello everyone, this is a Kha'Zix guide video. This video will include abilities, masteries, matchup, item ordin, strengths, and weaknesses. If you ready first like a video, and watch now. Starting with the passive ability should be the priority. When Kha'Zix is not visible to the enemy team, his next attack against a champion deals an additional 14/116 Pluro.4 per bonus attack damage, magic damage, and slows by 25% for 2 seconds. Enemies with no nearby allies become isolated. Now I'll tell you a bit about the Q ability. Kha'Zix slashes a nearby enemy, dealing plus 1.1 per bonus attack damage, physical damage. This deals 110% increased damage instead to enemies isolated from their allies. Evolved. Gain 50 ability range, attack range, and lowers cooldown by 45% against isolated targets. Now I'll tell you about the W ability. Kha'Zix fires a spike dealing plus 1.0 per bonus attack damage, physical damage to the first enemy hit in a small area. If Kha'Zix is inside the area, he restores 150% of ability power health. Evolved fires 3 spikes and slows by 40%, increased to 75% against isolated targets. And next step E ability. Kha'Zix leaps, dealing Sur 0.2 per bonus attack damage, physical damage upon landing. Evolved gains 200 increased range and refreshes cooldown on champion takedown. Ultimate, passive. Leveling up this ability allows Kha'Zix to evolve one of his abilities, granting it additional effects. Active. Kha'Zix becomes invisible for 1.25 seconds and gains 40% movement speed. Kha'Zix may recast this ability once within 12 seconds. Evolve. Invisibility duration lasts 2 seconds and gains a second cast. Now let's take a look at the Kha'Zix mastery page together. Here, you can make adjustments according to your own playstyle. These champs are strong against Kha'Zix at most phases of the game. Fiddlesticks, Talon, Zac, Rengar. These champs are weak against Kha'Zix at most phases of the game. Zed, Morgana, Warwick, Rek'Sai. Depending on the opponent's situation and the game's composition, you can make these selections. You can choose Gustwalker Hatchling, Health Potion, and Stealth Ward as your starting items. After 5 minutes for your early item pick, you can go for Serrated Dirk for damage. Up to 20 minutes, you can consider purchasing Umbral Glaive, Ionian Boots of Lucidity, and Duskblade of Drakthar. For your full build, after getting Edge of Night recently, you can continue with Cyrilda's Grudge and Guardian Angel. Kha'Zix is a strong early game champion. Try to skirmish and gank as much as you can in the early game to get you and your allies ahead. Kha'Zix is a strong 1v1 duelist if he can take down an isolated target. You can invade the enemy jungler in the early game and try to set them behind. At level 6, 11, and 16, you'll be able to evolve your abilities. Generally, your first evolve will be Q ability. Depending on the context of your game, your matchup, and enemy champions, you might want to consider building some situational items or take specific runes. Carefully examine your team, enemy team, game state, and your matchup to plan your Kha'Zix build accordingly. For example, when it comes to rune shards, you might want to take either armor or magic resist, depending on which champion you are about to lane against.